Let's see if that works. I know the stream has to reload.
Oh, I think it's working now.
Is it working?
Yep, I got it.
Okay, so I guess something is just going on with my Streamlabs program, my Streamlabs software. So,
Yay!
okay, well, hopefully that is not a hopefully it's not a consistent problem. I'm sorry, guys, about that. The software I use apparently decided to give me a little bit of a FU in the face. But I appreciate everybody who is on the chat that's letting us know. We love you. We appreciate that. Otherwise, we'd be talking this whole time thinking that you guys could actually hear us. Okay. So, like I said, you can go back to where you procured the books, not knowing specifically what you're looking for, and maybe find something more specific.
Do I have that book? I have that book, right? Because that's what I was putting on the table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have.
Yeah. All right. I'll just kind of be like, that's all I could find in there. If somebody else wants to take a look.
I don't think you can because you got that from Huriston.
Yep.
You got it from
I thought I took
Huriston.
it with me.
Well, no.
You got it in
I'm saying
Huriston.
that you can't procure another book because you got it from Huriston. You have this one, but to go back to the
You
shop.
can't get another one from the
you can't get
place
another
that you
one,
got
yeah.
it from,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
can see if there's somewhere
Yeah.
around here.
Yeah, you can try to investigate around here, but the shop you got it from would be very difficult for you to get it.
It would not end well.
I mean, you can certainly try.
Well, I'll just kind of repeat. Like, yeah, I looked through that book. That's all I found. If somebody else wants to take a look.
Well, it ain't gonna be me. Every little bit helps. Apollo, glad you got that.
Mm-hmm. As we all still stare at him awkwardly.
Is it noticeable?
I feel like we're sitting there and we're just like...
Dira is staring at the book, trying to sound out words.
You're doing like the awkward, not look like.
Yep, like...
I can take a look at it, I guess.
Okay. If you want to look at the book, you can give me an investigation check on the book to see if you can find anything or any details that he has not specifically encountered. Granted, you're trying to overdo the book snob of the group.
That's a 6, so no.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, you're able to see what he saw, but you're kind of like wondering. It's like, this is fucking boring. Like, who wants to read this?
Is there food at this place?
There is. There's a few eats going on. There's no menu, but you can see a couple things that some people are namsing on. Oh, thanks, sweetie.
Elusive Amber.
What did Mixus just steal?
That's what she gave. She made me a piece of upside down pineapple cake.
Ooh, yum. So yes, food is available.
Yeah. So we'll say there's upside down cake there. I'd say the usual, small fruit trays. Most of the stuff here, the only thing that actually looks cooked is it looks like some kind of animal you're not sure of, but it's very much kebab style. It's some veggies, mostly just meat on a stick that you can get.
I'm gonna get a little charcuterie board of the
Random bits and
pineapple
pieces.
upside down cake and stuff, and I'm just gonna bring it back and kind of scooch it towards Apollo. Take a little bite, look at everybody else, and scooch it further towards him.
As Zia's returning, Apollo stands up. He's like, I gotta go drain the red dragon, and walks out.
I'd be like,
Oh.
there's food.
He's gotta go
I hope
do
he'll come back. I take one of the kebabs and nibble at it.
You
That
run
make any
into
sense to
Ren
you, got you?
on your way out the door.
What?
That make any sense to you? The book?
This place is a strange one. And I had some glimpses earlier while talking to Lawson. Stop. Sorry. He's whining, so I can't focus. I saw something about a small mound with 6 odd stone shapes. And a figure in black and purple.
Purple. Like the purple dirt, maybe?
It's possible. Were they similar colors? Joe?
What are we comparing to? I heard the dirt, and what else?
The dirt and the figure that was in black and purple.
It's a little different. I mean, yeah, the color's the same, but the figure in purple, it looked like it was like a black cloak with purple luminescence, but the glow itself is just like, the color's the only thing that's a similarity. You can't really figure that it's anything more than that, than just a coincidence. You don't know, but it does, their outfit does not have a glow like this does.
Could you tell anything about the person in the cloak?
It was
They look like
too
or-
fast. It was towards the end of meeting Alozno, so
Well, yeah, that'd be a lot.
Dolly just gets very interested in her drink and suddenly.
perhaps we should start getting items for our journey.
Yeah. Ain't never
DM
been nowhere that
question.
cold. What are we gonna need? Sorry,
Did we
someone
get-
said DM question.
Sorry, did we get paid before this, or are we getting paid half?
I feel like I wrote that down.
Okay,
They're
so,
supplying us with what we need at no charge. They haven't
Right,
paid
yeah.
us.
so,
Okay.
so they're not paying you right now because there's no use for you to need the money right now. So
Mhm.
they're
Mhm.
essentially supplying you with supplies and food while you're there for the 6 months, along
Got
with
it.
you to head over to the Master at Arms and allow you to procure yourself a piece of clothing or armor, along with a weapon of your choice for free.
Okay.
Upon your return, you are getting paid a handsome reward, but there's no reason for them to pay right now because you got nothing to do with it.
Where are we gonna spend it?
Yeah.
Right.
You would just
Are we gonna
essentially
come
spread the
back
same
alive?
stuff. You're right.
Anybody know what it is we're gonna need? Maybe they'll know over at the
Definitely
Nostradamus, I
clothes.
suppose.
So they,
Fluffy.
so they implied that they're already going to have stuff ready for us, so it's not like you're going to get to choose like what your procurements are going to be. The only thing you get to
Oh, okay.
choose is the armor /
Right.
wearable and then the weapon. Other than that, you can assume that they're basically sending you with specific items that are meant to weather the storm. Maybe some kind of
Sure.
sleeping harnesses that are meant to specifically keep you warmer than the normals. Some kind of foods, but probably just the best they can do since they are already limited with supplies the way it is.
Well, let's go see what there is to see, I guess.
What time is it currently?
You can give me an investigation check to try to see if you can figure out exactly what time it is with the snow. Since it is hard to tell.
Is it gonna blind me to like look outside? It's neat.
So as you're trying to like look around, like you're looking up, and yeah, it's hard to tell.
Love that for me. So I would ask, but I'm just like, just kidding. This type of drink kind of thing.
Do I know how long it's been that I've been doing stuff?
You, at this point, you've probably been doing it for about a couple hours. You're pretty much in tune with the world around you while you're training, and not like you got like a clock, but you can tell based off people's movements around you that a couple hours has passed.
And what's Treya been doing this whole time? Because I told her to stay with me and behave.
She is just kind of like, she's staying outside the hut, but she's like trying to stay nearby, but just like as a child, she's really like stretching that leash out. She's checking out like people as like walk by, and then she's being way too curious, but she does eventually like return. Like she'll be gone for like a couple minutes and she runs back. She'll be gone for like 10 minutes and she runs back. She always comes back, but then she like runs out to different places. Sometimes she comes back as a bird, but she's like staying like at like as a little pigeon size right now. She's kind of staying small.
My bird is on her the whole time.
Okay.
Like they're friends now, I'm sure. She's probably just yammering away at it, but
Sure.
yeah, it does not leave her the whole time.
I'd say actually at this point, because your bird's a raven, right? It's essentially supposed to be like a raven.
It's a crow, yeah.
So I'd say at this point, her small bird is a crow, but she just had to do a little twist on it, so it's like a little lighter color along with her distinctive pink stripe going down it. So it's like a really odd looking crow, but you know, she's matching. But yeah, she stays around. She's not going too far. She's getting bored. She's getting antsy, and she's just kind of moving around the place, and then returns every little bit here or there.
Okay.
Is Ren at the table now?
No.
Nope.
Oh,
I
okay.
think Ren trains for hours, like
Yep.
until they're exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So the rest of you head over to Theodomir, the Master at Arms.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I can see, yes.
Okay. So eventually heading over to where you're told where he would be. You're not specifically going to his hut, but you're going to the hut for the Master at Arms, who is also the general. It's roughly about the same size as the commanders. The difference is it's the closest thing you could find around here to like a weapons shop. The difference is that this is not really stuff that's necessarily meant for purchase. This is kind of stuff that's kind of meant to divvy up amongst the actual military itself, depending on necessity and if their rank requires it. And you can kind of see stuff is organized by rank. Like, if you're just like a recruit or you are only been around for like 2 years, you can only get like this small section of stuff because you haven't proven yourself to need such a proficient magical weapon. Oh, hi, Draco. No, you can't have that. But you do see a most like 90% more martial weapons, and then it's like 10% like staffs and stuff that's specifically just meant to just create magical effects. But you do see bows, you do see swords. It's and because there's so much, I'll kind of give off a list of certain things. You guys are allowed to pick from any level except for the master's level, since those are reserved for anything back up for V or the general himself, anything like that. So, first off, we're going to go with weapons. I won't get as specific exactly what they're called because we're going to go through a slew of things. First off, everything that you guys can go for are all +3 weapons. We're going to start off there. They're all +3 magical weapons. There's every version of everything. So there's a longsword version of it. There's a bow. There's a great swords, etc., etc., etc. For the different kinds, there is specifically a kind that's a +3 that also gives you harness the elements, which allows you to take whatever element that actually you're currently in, which is cold, and you're allowed to actually apply that kind of damage to the actual effect of the weapon you're doing with. So whatever element you're currently attuned with, it actually does it to the weapon that you choose. So arrow for a bow, blade for the sword. There is a specific kind that is for every kind of element. So there's a fire, there's a cold, there's a force, so on and so forth. Let's see if I get this wrong. anything that's a bludgeoning weapon, so hammers, maces. There's some that, if they are forced, they actually do specific impact damage. Hitting can create rough terrain and can push people back due to a specific strength saving throw. There are ones that are blades, swords, and axes that can do specific almost kind of like a range slashing damage that you can actually attack somebody 10 feet away instead of 5 feet away. And then there are some bows that actually have additional, ones that actually have the elemental effects can actually add specific effects. Cold damage can create freezing, fire damage can create burning, so on and so forth. That's what they have. As far as magical implements themselves, they have a few. There is the Staff of Learning, which allows you to, if you sacrifice a turn, you can spend the charge, and you can understand any spell that's being casted during this turn. So till the next turn, if anybody else casts a spell, you can understand the parameters of the spell, and if you're able to learn it, you automatically learn that spell. The weapon itself only has 5 charges. It needs to recharge at dawn. It uses a 1d6 die to recharge. If for some reason it breaks, it is officially broken. It loses all magical properties. There is the Staff of Remembering. Anybody that has lost information or cannot recall information, this specific wand can focus the person to try to remember thoughts. If the person rejects this, they must make a saving throw of wisdom. If they succeed, they reject the wand itself and the wand breaks. There is a Shield of Reflection. If you take damage if you get hit from an attack, you can have your shield make a Constitution saving throw. If it succeeds, you can actually reflect the damage back at the opponent, and it has 4 charges to reflect. Other than that, those are the weapons you can pick from. There is also armor. You're allowed to pick 1 piece of armor. Wears. All the armor here is a +1 added to its standard effect. So it'd be a leather armor +1, breastplate +1, so on and so forth. None of the armors themselves necessarily have any magical effects, but there are wares that do. There's a Cloak of Invisibility. When you are focusing on as long as you're not holding on any weapons, you're not casting any spells, you are invisible. If for some reason you do decide to draw a sword or a bow or cast a spell, it does break it. It does every time you reactivate it, takes a charge, 5 charges total. There is the... Where is the... There is the Belt of Infinite Daggers. The belt itself can hold a total of 10 daggers. While daggers are attuned to the belt, if you sacrifice both your action and your bonus action in your turn, you can throw all daggers at once. If they do not automatically return to you, they do land where they may. They do not automatically return to the belt. But as soon as they reattune to the belt, they reactivate again.
I think you just melted Kayla's brain.
And then the last one is... Crap. What is it? Why did I put everything together? Why didn't I organize this one? Here we go. There is the Necklace of Healing. The wearer of this, as long as it's attuned to them, passively heals for 5 per turn at the beginning of the turn. If they decide to cast a healing spell, the healing spell is actually rolled with advantage. FY, almost all these things have to be attuned. So, that will make a difference for some of you. Like I said,
I know I am not there,
Yeah,
but if Ren shows up later, are they going to find like +1 bracers and things for people that don't wear armor?
yeah, you can just say that there's braces too. Yeah, you can do that.
Like
That's
bracers of defense or
yeah,
whatever?
yeah, we can do that. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't want to switch out like your specific armor, you can say that you can get like +1 bracers. There's also +1 shields, so it's +3 instead of a +2. Whatever.
side-eyeing that necklace. Was a necklace of healing?
Mhm.
Is it pretty?
Sure.
It's the important thing.
It's gotta go. It's gotta fit the vibes.
Gotta fit the vibes.
Yeah. So
I am definitely eyeing that shield of reflection.
Okay.
Kinda looking at that cloak of invisibility.
And the because I'm in a basic chainmail right now, so something to upgrade armor wise. I'm not sure what the options are there.
So like I said,
I don't know if I will ever see Cindy again with
Sure. So like I said, there's no like crazy armors. All the arms themselves are just plus one max versions of each one.
Yeah.
So whatever you want.
I'm basic chainmail right now. So let me see. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do.
So far it sounds like someone wants a shield of reflection. We got a necklace of healing. What else are we looking at?
Joe, I've previously talked to you about an amulet of health. Is there any chance of finding one of those for someone who doesn't wear armor?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll say there is.
Okay. If there is one, then I will take that as my armor piece. Because that increases my constitution, which helps my AC. Yeah.
Can you remind me exactly what you wanted out of that?
So basically, an amulet of health is a magical item that increases your constitution score to 19, boosting your hit point total and constitution saving throws.
Got it. Okay, no problem. That is easy. Okay.
Yay,
Yeah.
con save.
All right, so we got shield reflection, necklace healing, amulet of health.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm ready to go full plate at this point, but is there a splint available?
Sure. Yep.
All right. Then I will
You want
do
to split
that.
plus one?
Plus one splint. I'm sure that's a standard thing I can find in here.
And
Yo,
then-
do they have any snow goggles? Go ahead.
Snow goggles.
I need to see. I probably was just following somebody this whole
Yeah,
time.
there it is. Splint plus one is in the standards.
If you want to purchase some outside of getting the actual gifted thing for this, you can. I'll say that there are some snow goggles for any other
First off,
drows that
I
are.
feel like Fee should understand. Fee should be like solidarity. Like, you know, like she understands the struggle. Just help me out, please.
I just imagine for like a drow, like there's like these like steampunk like goth goggles that are meant to like give like the resistance to the cold for your eyes and the sun.
I was
something like
thinking of snow goggles, like actual snow goggles that they made out of whalebone, as a historical thing. But I will totally take steampunk goggles. It's not my vibe, but I can't really ask questions at this
Okay.
point. So
There is a set of goggles I know that exists that help with sunlight sensitivity, if I remember correctly.
There are, yeah, there are.
Yeah.
But if you also want it for the snow itself too, we'll
it's for the sunlight sensitivity
Okay.
that reflects on the snow, you know, and all the other goodies that come with not
So
having.
I'll say that you can find goggles, we'll just call them snow goggles, and they prevent any kind of sunlight or glare, and it avoids even glare off of other objects, so the glare off of snow will not bother you either.
I will take the ones that look the most appealing on me, and I will absolutely stand there for 15 minutes and try on different ones to see which one that is.
Fair enough. Roll me a d20.
Ooh, wait. Is that a d20? Click. Roll, damn it. 16.
16. Okay. I'll say you're going through like these like this almost like clearance container of like goggles, but you do find like the random one that is the diamond in the rough. As you're digging through all these dirty and ugly ones, you do find one that matches your aesthetic. It almost has like the exact same coloration as the rest of your outfit. It has a little bit of greens, a little bit of purples in there, and it matches your overall aesthetic.
Wearing it out. I'm not, but I do wear it around for at least 5 minutes.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, so let's see. All right, so for Dira, we got Splint +1, Shield of Reflection. Dahlia, you're getting Necklace of Healing.
We'll rock with it. Unless anyone else wants it. That sweet healing advantage is real nice.
Amulet of Health
And
for
as long as I am getting it over carrying capacity, I'm going to leave behind my regular chainmail and the captain's crystal longsword.
Okay.
For them to use as they wish.
Okay, got it.
As far as weapons go, is there any like +3 short bows? Potentially with lightning?
Yeah, that'd be one of the elemental ones. So, if you want to do that, that would be that'd be the Storm Shortbow.
Storm shortbow?
Yeah. Again, you guys will not be able to find these yet. I didn't want to make them all and you guys not pick them. But the Storm Shortbow, what it does is it's a +3 version of Shortbow. It gives you additional 1d10 lightning and 1d10 thunder damage. And then target must make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. If they fail, they are actually stunned for the next turn.
And once you have that Shield of Reflection made, I will also trade in my regular shield.
Got it.
There's no point in carrying it.
DM, I have a question re bows when I show up there later by myself. Do you think that I could figure out how to summon my own arrows and that I could do necrotic damage for that exact same purpose instead of elemental damage? Yes or no?
So you want to summon your own arrows to do necrotic damage for what specifically?
Like, just like the elemental bows that you're talking about that are here, do you think Ren could take one and use like some arcana training over time to figure out how to manifest their own arrows and do necrotic damage instead of elemental damage? You don't have to say yes today, it's just an idea that I had because it sounds cool. That's really the only reason.
Yeah, I don't see why not. You would just replace with necrotic. So like in this instance, if you got Storm Shortbow, it'd probably be 1d10 necrotic and 1d10 lightning instead of 1d10 thunder and 1d10 lightning. But yeah, you could do that, and then you wouldn't have to get arrows and stuff like that.
Did you say there's one for every element?
Yep.
Okay, Ren wants a fire one.
And do you want a short bow or a long bow?
Short? This bitch has tiny arms. Come on now.
Okay. Okay.
We aren't proficient with longbows in this house. Come on.
Fair enough.
Actually, I'm a monk, so technically I could become proficient with only a longbow if I wanted, but
Sure.
I'm not going to.
Okay. So
And then I'll put bracers of defense on for myself since I can't wear armor.
Okay. Bracers of defense.
I have a thing to ask, but I want everyone else to go first.
Also, is everyone cool if I take this belt of infinite daggers? Yes or no?
Go for it.
Yes.
It is clearly meant for you.
There is another rogue in this party.
I have psychic daggers though, so
And yet.
It's
Yeah.
true. Your daggers are invisible. You don't even need daggers.
my daggers glow purple, so I like them better.
Can I fly if I'm invisible?
Yes.
You guys mind if I take the cloak of invisibility? Cloak of
Take
invisibility.
Take it.
It is unlikely to do me any good to be invisible because I am noisy. So
Well, it would give you a straight roll on your stealth checks instead of disadvantage. But
Right.
other than that, we have pass without a trace on 2 of us can cast it, so I think you'll be okay.
So yeah, the cloak of invisibility allows you to walk, dash, and fly without breaking the invisibility. It's when you decide to actually cast a spell or change something in your hands. It doesn't specifically break out of its actual cloak. Now, here's a little twist I put into it. If you have a spell that requires no movement, you're still invisible.
Okay.
It's physically your movement with offensive abilities does it essentially break itself out.
Okay. And then, do we also get a weapon, or is it just one or the other?
No, you get both. Either so you picked the armor / wearable, so you can pick a weapon too.
Can I get a fire bow?
Oh, everyone wants bows. Sure, why not? Long bow or short bow?
A long bow.
Okay.
I'd be tall.
Listen, as much as I would love a +3 sword of some sort, I'm not going to take one because pretty soon I'm going to be manifesting my own swords. So I could take one, but it might be pointless to have.
So let's see. We got Dira covered. We got Zephynia covered. We got Ren covered. Got you covered. Dahlia, did you pick a weapon? You got the necklace of healing.
Mm-hmm. And I wrote snow goggles. I didn't pick a weapon, but I'm also... She's not really... I don't think she's really particularly looking at one. I think actually right now she's realizing that Apollo's not there.
You can. I would recommend Rogue for you to take a +3 rapier. It will give you the highest sneak attack damage should you want to do melee combat.
That
Just my
would.
opinion.
Just saying.
It is the highest melee damage weapon you can get. For
Every
your
time when
class
I'm a
if you're-
rogue, I always have a rapier. Every time.
You know it.
Also, maybe she was looking at those, and then I realized Apollo wasn't there. And
Is he not?
he went to go pee, and then he never came back.
Alright, cool. It's one long
We
pee.
didn't leave Apollo, did we? She asked everyone.
I mean, technically we
come
didn't
back.
leave him.
I got my new cool snow goggles on. I'm going out to find him.
We should probably go find him again. I'm gonna go with Dahlia.
Alright.
I'm gonna put my cloak of invisibility on and just follow them.
Are you actually going to go invisible, or are you just going
Yes, I'm going invisible.
Real quick before we depart, how many arrows can I get for my bow?
You can have all of mine, and I have a bunch.
The bow itself is what creates the... I'm sorry. The bow itself adds magical properties, so they don't have any specialized arrows. So when it's no specialized arrows, you have infinite, as far as my rules are concerned.
Fantastic.
If you start
Thank
buying
you.
specific magical arrows, that's when you start counting them. But yeah, I
That's fair.
don't count regular basic arrows.
Okay. Well, I will just follow the others then.
Fair enough. You all
Going back
can...
to the mess hall where we last saw him.
Okay. Are you at the mess hall?
Nope, he just started wandering.
Okay.
You.
So anybody who's looking for him right now can give me an investigation check.
$15.
17,
Yeah, 20 or 24.
23.
Yay.
Alright. For the natural 20, Apollo, where are you?
He was just wandering.
Just wandering. Okay. Kicking rocks or just wandering?
What's that?
Are you kicking rocks or just wandering just to wander?
I think he's just like aimlessly wandering, just not even thinking.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, you're able to find them just nosing around.
Am I close to the others?
I'm sorry?
Am I close to the others? Like within earshot?
If you want to be. Granted, I'm pretty sure they don't know where you are, so every time you talk, it's probably gonna freak them the fuck out.
I'm just gonna whistle, like a loud, high-pitched whistle to make them look over and see him.
Who did that? Well, anyway, there he is.
I thought you said you had to go to the bathroom.
What? Oh, I did, but I don't know. I was there for a bit and came back.
Guess he didn't say he was coming back.
I have to report to you every instance I want to do something.
Luna.
So we've already been over the Master at Arms, and we didn't notice you weren't with us.
Oh.
You got stuff coming to you.
Oh, that's fine.
Best go and claim it. Sounds like we're gonna need everything we can get.
Yeah, I guess. Which way do I gotta go?
No, back over this way.
So he's sizing him up right now.
I'll just start following Gira.
Okay.
I am behind him. He has no idea, and he is not leaving my sight.
So are you just not feeling good, or is something actually bothering you? Because you haven't been the same.
I'm fine. That's alright.
You're clearly not fine.
We've got more important things to do right now.
No, this
He
is
just
very
kinda-
important.
As you say that, he starts picking up the pace a little bit.
Just keep it straight with him.
Telling you, tieflings hiding things. That's part of this campaign. Tieflings hiding things.
Naturally. This is true.
Don't think the human hasn't noticed.
Yeah, he actually just
Right.
like, just because he's
Tieflings are
like,
shady.
how did you figure out the gut thing?
Yeah, actually, taken care of. Are
Oh,
you
so-
taken care of?
Yeah, we're gonna go get items or something.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? Did you eat something weird?
I don't know. Maybe something in the drinks. Who knows? I'm alright.
You know, I always took you for somebody that was more extroverted when you drink, but I feel like you're kind of the opposite. Are you sleepy?
Yeah, that's probably. I'm just sleepy. I didn't sleep well last night, and the drinking, and yeah.
You didn't sleep last night.
No, I did. Just not well, but it's okay. I just
Is something bothering you?
no, it's a different bed, and not used to it.
It's right up over here.
Oh, okay.
Kira's listening to all this and not making any comments.
You would tell us if something was wrong.
Yeah, of course.
You still like us, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
You don't,
No, it's never changed.
have any regrets, right?
Of course not. No, I know. You guys have been great, and you're still great. I'm just tired. It's okay. I'm just tired.
I just know that a lot has happened and a lot that you didn't sign up for. So I want to make sure that you're okay, because I imagine it's probably not to be safe for you.
I would like to insight check.
Yeah.
I also would like to insight check.
That's
Thank
like
you
what
for
everyone's
reminding me
talking
I
about in the
can
chat right
get
now.
that.
Glad it's not Silic anymore.
I am not even going to bother because, yeah.
Just watch him from afar.
That is a solid 10.
I am
It's a
just
13.
listening.
13. All right. I mean, you can. You don't have to say which one, but you can give me like a deception check or a persuasion check. Depending
Yeah,
on
he'll
which
go
one.
for a deception, I guess. Hold on.
You don't have to say.
Just-
I'll
You don't have to
lie,
say,
I
but you
guess.
will.
So that's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh.
So, some of you might have your reservations about it, but nothing they can do.
Every time I need to insight someone in the party and they lie to me, I always fucking fail.
You need to get that skill up.
I have a +10! I rolled a 3!
Well, I got no answers for you. Dahlia is not allowed to
should-
be fanning that stuff out then.
D, did you insight?
I did not. I am just.
I was seeing if
listening.
Stephania did. I know.
Oh.
Nope, just watching.
You're just watching.
Not letting you out of my sight.
Yeah, Dura listens to all this, and she kind of tosses back. Yeah, I think my cot wasn't strung too tight. I'm going to check that tonight before we go to bed. Maybe we should check yours as well.
Oh, I'm just not used to it.
Ain't none of us used to it.
Is this the tent?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And he'll go in and.
Well, you can always trade with me. My bed is not super comfortable, but maybe it's a little more.
It's fine. I mean, your tent's got people in it that.
Well, your tent has people in it too. It's that.
He'll kind of get close for just a half second. He's just like, "Well, Gaiju's in there," so. And he like goes into the tent. Not like mean saying, but like, "Hey, no, but he's in there, so like you should."
What does that mean? And she just gets her pink again.
So he's gonna just ignore the armors because he can't wear armor. And
Was
then,
it chafe something fierce or something?
No, he's not proficient.
Oh, okay.
So he's proficient with 0 armor.
You could get bracers of defense like I did.
The
No
last
armor, no
cannon
shield.
life, baby.
They're
If
very
they've got-
helpful.
I can just do that. That's fine.
And that staff that lets you learn any freaking spell that has Apollo's name all over it.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I was looking at that one.
So yeah, to
was
apply the way
going
that
to-
works, the way that one works is you spend a charge, you sacrifice you sacrifice your turn. Anybody casts a spell after that, you can learn that spell. And yeah.
Okay.
You just hear this little voice over the shoulder. Get the staff.
Or, how close are you to me? Are you right off my shoulder?
No, not right off your shoulder.
Okay, never mind.
Not within swinging distance.
No, I'm not swinging.
I just imagine like doing like an echo. Get the staff.
He whispers something back. But if you're not right there,
But you wouldn't know she's not right there. So would you just whisper it to like what you assume is her?
no, he's whispering something in particular.
Oh,
but
okay.
she's
So
not
she just
right there to
doesn't hear
listen.
it. Oh, okay, gotcha.
If she's not right there.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so you're whispering something and assume she's listening, but she's not. Got it.
But can she make a perception check to see if she hears it though?
Depends. Is the way you're moving your mouth is it clearly that you're trying to say something? Would you be able to notice that you're saying something? She just can't hear it?
I mean, if she's behind me, but I mean, he whispers, something very quietly, like kind of to himself, I guess is what you could describe it.
So
Like,
you can give me a perception check.
Okay. Please be good.
I kind of hope it is.
10.
I would not say that'd be enough to really be able to hear what he's saying, or even try to like even be able to read lips or anything like that.
Apologies, what did I miss? Hold on, we're snooping.
That's the point. Yeah.
There was a whispering something to himself.
He thought that Stephanie was listening, but she wasn't.
Unless you're keeping very close to him, it does not apply.
Not close.
I mean, outside of game, it wasn't to Savinia.
Oh. Interesting.
Foiled again.
Leave it to
So
the
he'll just
tieflings to
kinda
bring in some drama. I'll tell you what.
he'll look at the stabs, and if the guy mentions the staff of learning, he's just like, sure, yeah, no, that's something. He'll just take that one.
Okay. Alright, so which is staff of learning.
And he's just thinking like, okay, that's good. He's planning ahead. He's moving forwards. Good signs. Good signs.
He's doing it.
Just doing it, guys. Just doing it.
Yeah!
He's trying. Oh.
He's trying.
What was that roll?
We need to make some kind of like artwork that just shows that all tieflings are sus.
You need to be talking to your wife. I don't know why you're saying it out loud into the ether. Like, hey, Amber, will you mention
She's
this?
listening.
Oh, please.
One of those advertising graphics.
If only someone could make that for me. He looks over in her direction.
She's on stream.
I was gonna say waiting for the randomly
She's in the chat.
respond. She's probably at the sewing machine right now, actually. So she's probably can't respond. She's currently making some cosplay. Oh wait,
Did you
nope.
roll
Just heard a
something?
chair. She's moving.
She's
going.
running downstairs. I will make it.
Anyway,
Yeah, there it is. I heard it. Okay, so.
so where are we at in the day at this point?
I'd say about we're getting up probably about later in the day. You guys I'd probably say it's most of sun that's actually has gotten to a glare has mostly gone at this point. So even Dahlia being outside does not bug you.
Yes.
So before it starts to get dark, I'm gonna kind of. I'll see y'all at dinner, and I'm gonna look for a high point. I'm gonna guess it's probably kind of the same one that Treya was hanging out on the other day.
Mhm.
I just want to go up and sit there for a bit.
Okay.
Look to the north.
Gotcha. From up here, from up on top, it's not like super high, but due to the vantage point, it is actually quite clear. Any of the blizzard kind of has like a lighter part in this area where you can at least see through a lot of the actual clouds. Not so much that it's all removed from the sky, but just like this point seems to be picked specifically because it kind of has almost an eye in the sky kind of a effect to it. But you notice also too that it seems like in this area, it looks like maybe there's a little bit of a residue of some kind of ancient energy somewhere around here. Whether or not she was up here for that reason or not, you're sensing kind of due to your training, you can kind of sense there's some kind of old but powerful magic somewhere around. Whether it's still alive or not, there's some kind of residue of some old magic around.
Okay. Kind of make note of that. I'm just gonna sit. Not quite a meditative pose, but just kind of sit at the edge of the bluff or whatever. Maybe if there's something even that I can put my feet over.
Okay, yeah.
Mountain girl.
Sure.
And I am thinking about the little girl that I saw back in back home, and I guess kind of it would be. I'm not even sure if it's like praying at this point, but just kind of reach out in that direction and think there's something that Kopiel's supposed to be. I feel like you're the closest thing. I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know where we're going, but I ain't gonna forget about you.
Okay.
And that's all.
Okay. Ren.
Kind of watch as it start once it starts to get dark. Head down for dinner with everyone.
Sure. Ren, at this point, you kind of lost track of how much time it's been, but you start to notice the connection purposely is being disconnected. As you find yourself back kneeling in front of him, as he kind of just gestures towards you, he just kind of he puts his palms down and just looks at you and just nods his head, and then just steps up and just bows in front of you. And just reaches out and asks for your hand to shake.
I give it to him.
As you grasp each other's hands, you notice that his tattoos kind of recoil in his body, nerves flaring up. As you can kind of feel almost like a calmness in this oddness that is your body at this point. The almost just being near him allows a sort of peace within the anarchy that is going on with you right now. He just looks at you as he just kind of does this for like center, just puts it right on your head, and he just does the same thing to you, and then just doesn't touch you, but just kind of does the kind of like the close the eyes things, but he doesn't touch you as he just looks at you and nods his head down. It's just kind of puts his hands together and just bows it in front of you as a sense of peace and that the night is done.
I put my arm behind me and give him the appropriate amount of genuflection, which is probably a lot, because I think Ren respects him quite a bit.
Sure.
And then they say, well, whatever we find to the north, I hope your training keeps me alive. Thank you. And they just leave.
Okay. Where
And
do
they
you
go
head
off to-
towards?
They're gonna grab Treya as they walk by,
Okay.
like grab the collar of her shirt. Or is she
Okay.
a bird right now?
She's a bird right now with your bird. Yep.
Okay. And then my bird will come down and then just dissolve into me when it does that.
She does the same thing, but
Treya.
she's a little like confused, and then she lands on you, and then she just kind of looks. She just kind of hangs out on your shoulder.
How was your conversation?
She flies up, circles around, then she just reverts back. Was alright. A little bored,
get
by the
into-
way.
I'm sorry. I can't have you wandering off too far.
Oh,
Then I have to
it's-
chase you.
Yeah, I get it. Sorry, I just get so antsy and so bored. But I think it's
Well,
late.
let's
I'm getting
find-
tired.
Let's find a way to work on that
Okay,
while we're on this mission, shall we?
I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can.
I'm happy to help you find a productive place to channel all of that enthusiasm. It's a good thing. You shouldn't feel bad about it. You can just trust me when I say it got my little sister into plenty of trouble many a time. And we can avoid that if we figure out where to put it.
Okay. Well, I'm willing to learn. As you can see, her kind of like, we all have this kind of like she just like fits in with her hands, and she's kind of like twisting her toe into the snow. She's kind of getting jittery, like she wants to run around. And she's like, whatever you want, whatever you want.
Well, let's go see what they have for us at the shop full of shiny things, and then maybe we can go out and stretch the legs of whatever creature you choose. How does that sound?
Sounds fantastic.
Perfect. We go to the armory.
Okay.
And I pick up the stuff that I wanted.
Okay, you got the stuff that you wanted. I'll just have her procure just one of the bows and some armor. Okay, and then after the armory, where would you like to go?
Let's stop in and check on everyone so they know that we're alive, and then we can do as I promised. Alright?
Sounds great. You were able to find them. I'm assuming you guys are back at the tents, right?
I am now visible.
You're visible. Okay.
Actually, is there like a place where we can get like actual clothes, or would that also be at the armory?
Like official, like Heartwind Guild clothes.
No, just clothes in general.
Oh,
Because
just
I'm
clothes?
still wearing tatters of a tunic.
Oh yeah, I mean
No.
you can just get like regular non-magical wares. Like you can get whatever, whether it's a tunic or an actual robe or anything like that. They even have some more that have a little more fur on them in a hood, so it keeps you a little bit more warm. So if you guys want more like fur or lace clothing, you can.
Gotcha.
I am definitely getting I figured I got whatever warm weather gear they recommended.
Okay.
Pants.
Yeah, when we leave that general store place, I have Treya in like a full fur cowl, like so big that her eyes barely stick out,
Okay.
and like it looked like a hat.
That's so,
So
precious. Top.
just her eyes are sticking out, and I'm like, there, warm enough?
It's a little big, but all right, sure. She just it's a little loose. So, all right.
That's what the belt is for. Just like tie it,
Oh,
belt it up.
It's a little tight. All right. All right.
Humanity is uncomfortable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's this is a little weird, but I'll get used to it. Should I like now run around?
Let's go see everyone first, and then run around. Yes.
Okay.
I would like to see what they found out on their individual tasks today.
Okay. So you do reunite with whoever's at the tents that you guys have. So whoever's there.
Ren
Jira,
comes
do you
in
make your way
looking
back down?
exactly like they did in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know,
basically like around sunset.
Okay.
Yeah, unless Gaiju extended an invitation, Dahlia would probably go back to
Okay.
attend.
All right. Gotcha.
I think Gaiju probably would have be coming back a little later just because this man's clothing is in tatters and he is picky about what he wears.
Fair enough.
He also doesn't know how to wear anything weather appropriate, so you're welcome. Yeah, this man comes back absolutely wearing a crop top.
I was gonna say fur coat, but crop top style. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Apparently, Treya is not the only one who needs a little encouragement to dress properly.
I'm not going to say anything.
I'm overly warm right here. I am freezing here. I'm overly warm down there.
What's important is covered.
Fair enough.
Gotta have
Say that
some
now.
spray.
Gotta show off that 8-pack.
Mhm.
Better hope it's an 8-pack of Sterno.
Better hope it's an adamantine 8-pack for how many arrows you keep taking to the chest.
And then his crop top's just going to get smaller. Dahlia doesn't see a problem with that.
Just picturing Squall's code from Final Fantasy VIII.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Then you get inspiration. I know I'm not the DM, but I just...
Yes, I do imagine the Squall look, but with like fur edging like at like the legs and then the hood and stuff like that. That's what I'm imagining right now. Yeah.
Go for aligned. But yeah, he might have be getting there around the same time they do, or maybe a bit before.
Do you even have it where like it's unzipped enough so you can show your pecs off a little bit?
Yes.
No.
No? Okay.
Gotta leave something to the imagination.
The titty for the abs. You're welcome.
This is Ab Central only. Ab Central only.
I'm sorry, my fiance gave me a look.
You're like, what the hell are you guys talking about? Oh my god, Charlie,
D&D
thank you for the
After Dark.
follow and for the raid. We appreciate it.
You came at the right time.
Came at the right time.
If you want to hear about abs, that's apparently what we're talking about right now. Ab City.
Ab City. Ab City.
Anyways,
Future abacuses. Anyway, alright.
Everybody
You
get
can
in
do
your
math on that
jabs.
washboard.
Yes. 69 viewers. Okay, anyway.
Nice. Nice. Alright, Ren gets back. What are y'all doing?
Yeah, right. 20 minutes later.
So I would have.
Yeah.
I'm going to before I became visible, I was just still following Apollo, making sure he's okay. Once it seems like he's okay, I'm hoping it seems like he's okay, then I am going to find food with the rest of the group.
Okay.
Joke's
yeah.
on you suckers. You got all black clothing.
He comes out, he's just in goth clothes.
Yeah,
now.
all
We're
of
like,
a sudden, you were like, "This is the sweet, comfortable Apollo." Now this is fucking death metal Apollo right here.
I
Where
found a
did they-
black wig.
Where did you find the eyeliner? Like,
Where
Did you
Charcoal.
paint your wings?
Charcoal.
It's just charcoal.
Am I gonna have to update your art?
Not yet. Don't worry about it.
wait, did everyone go to the clothing store?
Well,
I mean, it was the same place. that we
it's the
got
same
our
place.
stuff,
It's the same place.
it's
So if
just
you
about
want, if you
getting-
want a different,
Oh!
if you want a different, so if you guys want like a different look for visual appeal, you can more or less think of something. So far, we've been talking about Ab got you, so we can talk about something else.
I'm just
think I'm
looking
gonna-
into my level 10 art, so
I'm gonna find sleeves because I definitely don't have sleeves with
I'm
my
gonna
current.
find pants.
Yeah. I mean, my level 10 art is pretty much just showing the armor, so which is not the armor I just got, so it's all good.
We're making our way to my level 10 art.
I just
We'll
got
keep
worm
Shirley
stuff. I'm interested
Listen.
in worm stuff.
Yes.
We didn't know bad things were gonna happen. Okay.
Right.
I thought we were gonna be on a beach somewhere, but no.
Warm weather. No, not this ice and cold.
Warm boat sailing, ice cold fridge nut.
right.
Ren
Where
just
did we go
adds,
wrong in life?
I mean, there is a beach somewhere.
I wanted to be wasting away again in Margaritaville, so but that's not.
It's not 5 o'clock here.
No,
Or is it?
not at all.
Alright, we're wasting away in Margaritaville in our tents. Wishing we were somewhere nice and warm.
Searching to fire my last shaker of snow salt.
Health potions.
Ren lifts a tent flap and goes, did you say salt? What are you doing in here?
Thinking of going to get dinner. Do you want to join?
But they have some.
I promised Treya that we could stretch her legs a bit. She's been very well behaved.
We can stretch your legs on the way to dinner.
I think she had something more intensive in mind. But just get me anything.
Should we save you something? All right.
What,
Where have you
What's
been all
fine?
day?
Training, mostly. There is a rare opportunity to train with not only priests of Lasna, but also other people who have the plague here. And as I mentioned previously, I think some of them are quite adept at controlling it. And I think that will be important. I am attempting.
Go ahead.
I'm attempting to have a sunnier disposition about my doomsday clock.
Well, don't know. She looks at Ren, then Apollo, then everyone else. Not Gaiji, because she stared at his abs for too long. Then back. And then, we haven't, had like a group thing since we got here. So why don't we all go get dinner together? Like old times, as in like 2 days ago.
I look at Treya and I go, would you like to eat before we do the running? Can you wait? Dahlia wants to break bread as a family.
Freya.
That was to Treya.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. What was the
sorry.
thing to try?
I asked her, I told her that Dahlia wanted to break bread as a family, and I wanted to know if she wanted to go first before we went to do the outside sports.
Oh, no. I'm good.
You don't want to eat?
No. I was you start. You start. I'm okay.
Start
Freya,
what?
don't you want to do like friends stuff? We're going to
Have we seen Treya eat?
No, you have not.
Can I do an insight check? To see
Oh,
if this
good
is
God,
weird?
yes, you can give me an insight check. Jesus Christ.
Bombastic side
All I gotta do is just give a character personality. It's like, insight check, this is sus.
Eating is not a personality trait, Joe.
No, it's not.
So fun little tidbit. I was talking to Dira
That's
the
a
other day.
19, DM.
19. Okay. Well, yeah, just fun thing is like when Silic was created, I didn't have much of a personality from, and you guys thought a bunch of stuff was sus. I was still trying to figure out. So like, I literally am just making stuff up. You guys think everything's sus.
But it was hilarious that it became like an inside joke, though.
She looks. It looks like. It's not necessarily maybe that she doesn't eat. It looks like she doesn't like to maybe eat in front of other people. She's a shy eater.
She's a bad
Valid.
fucking calling it.
You want us to bring you something back too, Treya?
Sure. I mean, I could get myself something. It's fine. Sorry, I'm just.
You at least want to come and sit with everyone? You know,
I can do
as,
that.
like,
Yeah,
friends?
I can do something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you can get something to bring back with you after.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I this is taking a lot for me. I've been alone for
It's
so long.
alright.
I'm still trying to. And she's kind of like, playing with her hands a little bit. Still getting used to doing things with others, and
You get that.
yeah.
Well, part of doing things with others is that, like it or not, we end up spending quite a bit of time in close quarters, and I can't imagine that will get any easier when we are huddled for warmth in the wilderness.
That's where it matters the most, especially inside that mountain.
One last hurrah in civilization. Sense of plan.
Plus, I'm sure we want to hear what they found out today, and then we can go.
But then
your
we should
food to
also
the hill.
let her have her time to run a little wild, because it ain't gonna be
Yes.
safe once we get started.
Yes. So we
Alrighty.
go do that.
Let's go.
Are you
Let's
is
go
someone
food.
telling me what you learned while we're on the way, or are
Yes,
we waiting until we
will-
get to food?
will fill you in on all of the good dirt. Or the
Alright.
creepy dirt.
Purple dirt. The purple dirt.
All kinds of dirt.
Purple dirt.
DM,
The dirt
does
about the dirt.
does anything out of any of the stuff they learned today something I can roll anything on? I could be. I just want to know if Ren knows
If there's
anything
knowledge
about.
that she might have that they might have
that-
that we won't.
Yeah, like Arcana or something that they might know something
Nothing about the
If
dirt.
Not, that's okay.
Give me just a history check. Just give me a history check.
Okay, dokie. Ooh, natural 19 for a 21.
Talking to them about because you guys showed the drawing that Catherine gave you, right?
Yeah, I wanted to look at that and see if I thought it was to avoid or to follow, as you said earlier as well.
So you being the one who's been here several times before, not in the mountains, but here, you know that there is actually like a specific old map of the mountains. It's about 50 years old, but when you look at this sketch, you almost think you know exactly how you can overlay it, and you know where you can find this map. There's kind of like a what are they called? A historian that jots down a lot of things that are going on, and she keeps a lot of old information, including maps and different things about different locations that Heartwood has been part of.
And she's here?
She's here, yeah. She's also very important to the trip because she also has a map of the castle that they're trying to get.
Let me meet you there. I might have something that we should look over during dinner. I will run that way and get it. I will meet you there, and then perhaps we will discover the design of some of this very unusual information. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
See you there.
So they will try to get copies of that to bring back to where everyone is hanging out for food.
You're able to find the person you're looking for is a historian. Her name is Estelar. She's a very old elf. She's actually native to this area. And she's actually the one that was able to give them most information of how to get around this place and what to and to not do. She's like at that point, even for an elf, that she is getting kind of frail. And, you know, white hair. She mostly keeps it up in a bun. But you do know that she's usually pretty quiet, but she doesn't charge for any of her services. Anybody part of the order is allowed to take as long as she's got multiple of, which she definitely does have a couple maps. She does tell you that this newest I got, it's 50 years old. It was charted from the last group that was in there. They spent some time marking some spots before they moved on their way, but ever since the falling of the tree, we haven't been able to remap it.
The falling of the tree.
Oh yeah, it's we've been before you came here. At the end of the last age, the warriors that passed through, they were able to commune with the giants that slept there, and when they were able to wake them up, the giants sprouted their giving tree. It was supposed to bring life and radiance back to Alkadai, but only death came afterwards. The tree itself broke apart, and without its radiance, so did the radiance leave out of the mountains themselves. No one was able to stay and tend to its well-being, and therefore it cannot tend to the mountain's well-being.
That's strange. Let me ask you this. One of my companions picked up a history book about this location, and something inside of it didn't quite make sense to me. It said that the mines were not hollow. Does that mean anything to you?
The mines themselves, you must understand, I haven't actually been in there myself. It's only what I've been told. Before the end of the last age, the comers and goers of the Hollow Hills themselves tried many times to survive, but without their masters and the keepers of the giants, it was very hard to do so. And many creatures have said take advantage and call it home. She kind of like goes around and she starts digging through some stuff as she...
So do you think that it's a translation error, that they're not uninhabited?
She's like, well, let me explain it. She just kind of blows off this big book and just kind of starts flipping over some pages. She just... And then she just immediately switches around and she just pushes the book towards you.
I'll bend over and look at it.
She taps on the page. This is a translation error. Some of the hills are hollow, some of them aren't. The tunnels, or the mines, are tight, easy to get lost. But the part that's fully hollow, and then she kind of shows you, is home to this. She points over and you see an image of what is clearly an ancient white dragon.
Are you telling me there's a fucking dragon in there?
We haven't seen it leave. And the only thing that kept it at bay was the giants. Giants left at the last age, so... It's still in there. It's been hungry for the last 20 years.
I don't know about that. There seems to be plenty of Therians up north for it to feed on, perhaps, if they're stupid. Do you have any literature about this beast? Is it intelligent? Do we know its name? Did people interact with it?
She literally just keeps pointing at the page. It doesn't say the name, but she keeps referring to it as her, and keeps implying that this was her mountain. The giants were invaders to her home.
So they had a adversarial relationship. The dragon and the giant.
Both adversarial and what we assume is symbiotic. They both required the gold and they both wanted territory. We believe that after so much time, giants knew that unless she wanted to leave her home, she would stay, so they could move over to the other side of the mountain. And it was a hated neighborly relationship of sorts. But with them gone, the mountain's hers once again, and whatever creatures it is also, as she kind of turns it back towards her, she kind of goes through page. No, not that one. No. She spins it around and she points at another one. She points down. The originals, the ones that were born and bred inside these hollow hills. As you see, like this four-legged, kind of large dog creature. It almost kind of looks like even a more demonic version of a displacer beast.
That sounds an awful lot like the description given by the insane man. And it. Do you know anything about this creature, other than the reports from the one sole survivor?
She spins the book back over. She kind of like puts on her glasses and well, seems like most of them have died off. They're not pack creatures, they're territorial. Seems like if they ever encounter each other, they fight for alpha, but it looks like if any of them anyone that wins eats the other. Goes through some more. They have telepathic abilities, and they stalk their prey.
Earplugs not going to work so well.
Looks like they have the ability to mislead people by changing their vision, and make people see things.
Is there anything about how to subvert such?
It looks like the people that previously fought these got lucky enough that they eventually fought each other.
Ren sits here wondering if that dude who's alive ate his friends or not.
Looks like light's your best option.
Light.
Fire, radiant. Anything that brings light, they're not a big fan of. They like to keep to the shadows, and they prefer it that way. Looks like whatever they plan for, whenever they mess with your sight, they try to pull you away from the light as much as possible.
Curious. And there's no record of them working with a dragon, I assume.
No, they're not. As far as this text looks, it looks like they're not that intelligent, other than their own specific abilities. But the dragon itself is quite old. It's possible she's found out a way to communicate to them and use them as her means of retrieving food.
I mean, how else would she be eating? If she's not leaving, she needs something to help her.
Dragons can be smart. They can figure out their ways.
So what on this map that we talked about? And Ren's gonna slide it over and hold up the paper.
Okay.
Do they have like a matching?
She like goes to the room
Element
and
to
she
them.
kind of like starts like pull out this drawer and she starts just throws out this map and like lets it unfold and slides it up, doesn't match, throws out another one, doesn't match, throws out another one. She's like kind of like does like this whole like crazy like mixing and matching thing, switching back and forth. No. Wait. She kind of like slides it up to the one that was about 60 years ago mapped. Here we go. And it looks like the way that it's matched is it looks like it's if you look at the map right now, the one that I got on the screen, it looks like it has it where you start off over here.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a way that zigzags to get you over here. And it looks like
So this is.
it looks like it's a way to dodge a lot of large pockets and stick in narrow tunnels.
Curious. That could be good. Can you tell me, does the commander know that there's a dragon in those hills? Does V know?
I mean, I don't know what she knows. I mean, she has not really inquired with me about anything about it. She just, last group that went through, she wanted me to give any information, and I told them about just making sure that you stay true, and they were not very adamant about getting as much information from you as possible. You seemed a little bit more, let's say, a little bit more intelligent in this circumstance. They were a little more naive. So,
Well, that's how you get killed, isn't it?
apparently that's how it is. But the commander knows what the commander knows.
Does this creature have a name? The dog-like creature.
Oh, let me pull it up. I had a name for it. One second. The Acrids.
Acrids?
Yep. ACRID. Acrids.
Appropriate name for something that's breath apparently is foul.
Mm-hmm.
Well, your wisdom, as always, is a treasure to the heart one.
Well, I appreciate your courtesy, and it's always nice to see someone coming in and taking the time to actually do their research. She kind of like starts rolling things up, kind of like leans over, using every inch of every wall to kind of move herself and starts rolling back things out. Like, if
Does she let me take a copy of that map?
Yep. Yeah, she's got plenty of them. Just give me a persuasion differentiate, kind of like a friendship level here.
That's 17 plus whatever my persuasion is. Not that great, but 21.
Okay, you needed at least a 20. She looks at you. It's like, I don't need any more soldiers or whatever going in there and dying. The sooner this is done, the better. She goes back and like lifts off this very heavy like leather cloak that she's got on. And you can see she's got several necklaces on, and she kind of comes back and she kind of like unclasps. You can see it takes like a little bit of like a twist, like a little spring attachment to unlock. She puts it down. She says in front of you. She's like, "Wear this. It'll allow you to know truth from false. It should help you in there as best as possible. It won't protect your friends, but maybe with at least one of you knowing the difference, it might help. My gift to you."
That's very kind. I will put it to use, and I will keep it safe.
DM the player, I gotta make that for you. That's the Necklace of True Seeing. You cannot be deceived by an illusion or any kind of magical effect.
Alright. I am not hungry at all today, y'all. Ren's like, food? I don't need food. Have you seen these things? Alright, well, Ren is going to thank her profusely, put that on immediately, tuck it in their tunic, and hop skip back to the party.
Okay. Gotcha. You're whistling like I am having a great day.
Listen, I have a belt of infinite daggers. I don't know what else you want from me. So they...
If that wasn't custom made for them, I don't know what it.
Well, okay, so funny thing is, I've had that belt around for a while. So whenever you guys go to a shop, you guys just happen to miss it. Whenever you guys like roll to check to see what's in the shop, it's just you guys happen to miss the belt. So it's been kind of like, some of the weapons that are in here, I keep recycling and keep passing on to the next inventory list until you guys eventually see them. So yeah, now you see it.
That's the way to do it.
I don't want to make
Alright,
all these epic weapons be like, nobody wants it. Fine.
Ren walks into the middle of wherever everyone is eating and just like slams the map down on the table.
Okay.
I have good news and I have bad news. Which do you want first?
Bad
Yeah,
news.
They
seems-
just come out of
Yeah.
nowhere and slam a book down on the table.
A map.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
loud.
Bad
Spoon
news.
clatters to the floor like, oh, jeez.
Always
I was
bad
fucking
news
eating.
first.
Can I roll a dex check to see if I catch her spoon?
Sure, why not?
Oh, it's not that good. What am I adding? Dex?
Yeah.
You grab
10.
it by the spoon
10.
side.
Yeah, no, you like quick try to react, but it just dropped too quickly and you're unable to guard.
Sorry.
Can I catch it with my tail?
Sure, you can grab it with your big ass tail.
No roll required with the tail like that.
Right.
What did you say? Bad news first?
News.
It sounded like
Yes.
bad news first from everybody unanimously.
We're pessimistic.
I wanted good news, but that's fine.
All right.
You'll get
All right. The worst news. There's two.
Oh,
The
lovely.
worst news is this mountain is, and trust me, I'm going to ask why this was not brought up at all. The lair of a fucking dragon. A white dragon. Possibly an ancient white dragon. I don't know, but she's been there for a very long time.
Gee,
She.
the voices.
No,
Most
that's
likely
the other
her.
bad news is the beastie that our friend Hagrid saw in the mountains is a psychic manipulation machine that also apparently stinks because it's called Acrid, but it is designed to manipulate through psychic whispers the minds of its prey. Normally solitary hunters. My suspicion is that the white dragon has somehow convinced the one that's left to do her dirty work. But the good news is that the Acrid does not like light, and its manipulation tactics are meant to pull people away from light, so it can manipulate them further. So if we can gird our minds from manipulation and or keep things very bright at all times, we may just make it through unscathed. Now, how that relates to the dragon, I have no idea. How that relates to the human, that I don't know. But this, and I slide the map forward more, this is a better path through smaller tunnels, so perhaps if we stick to this, we can avoid not only a massive dragon who cannot fit in them, but maybe this Acrid. Well, I don't know. But it is better than any other information that we have, so I say that we take it.
Can I
I
take
should
out
say
the?
so.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
take out the parchment that has all the lines on it and see if it matches up with this map?
That's what I got.
That's what
Yeah,
they
it does
Oh,
match
that-
up.
got
It
it,
does
okay.
match.
The cloth.
So
Sorry, I missed
on this
that.
on this map, it is like a huge you have to like actually really get up close to actually investigate like every line because it's just a huge maze. It's almost like kind of like a wonder how this actual whole mountain actually stays up with barely any ground to hold it up due to how many different twists and turns it has. But this at least gives you a path to at least start on. But they didn't complete their path. They only got halfway through. This at least gets you so far. But you can see that there's certain pockets that they try to avoid. Almost like you can tell right off the bat that whatever the amount of distance they got that far because they avoided large spaces.
So I think the secret is to stay out of the open and keep the lights on. As much as that is contrary to my preference, it is nonetheless the safer option. So we need to arm ourselves. If you know the light cantrip, use it. If you have the ability to create light that cannot be snuffed, it will be essential. And if not, perhaps we should look into it further to see if we have any more resources available here. That being said, I was given a gift by the historian who gave me an amulet to help me discern truth from lie. It will only help me, but it will help nonetheless.
You can just use that
Say
anytime.
so.
What's that? What'd Dira say?
I said I'd say so. It'll help.
And what'd Dahlia say?
You can just use that at any time?
I don't know, I haven't attuned to it yet.
Oh.
And if I have to attune to it, I have to unattune from something else. So we'll find out. So yes, there is plenty to worry about there, but I suspect the thing under the ice that you are not supposed to awaken is a large white dragon.
It sounds like she's already awake.
My thoughts precisely. But why is she not leaving? Why does she not... There are more people on this island than there have been in decades. It is strange to me that she stays isolated. Perhaps she is trapped. Perhaps she is no longer able to move. But I think she has reached some sort of hierarchy with these creatures and that they are supplying her with food. At least, which is sort of sad if you think about it, but ultimately not my problem.
Trapped is good. We can deal with trapped as long as we don't get led to her.
Right.
Well, that being said, Dahlia gets up and goes and gets a pitcher of ale and brings it back to the table for everyone.
Yes, please.
We need to get a drink on.
Just because of the dragon.
And the everything else.
Just a little bit.
Question, Joe. The staff, I need to attune to it first, correct?
Yes.
Okay, disregard that.
This is going to be a long trip away from any sort of civilization. Might as well enjoy it while we can.
So
It is true.
also, you guys can tell based on the map that it looks like at normal speed, it should not take you 6 months to get through this. Knowing what you know, or at least as far as the direction, even if you got lost a couple times, it should only take you a couple months. But maybe due to what you were told, due to several pieces of information, slow and steady and taking several breaks is what takes it 6 months.
So, if we're smart about it, we might be able to make much quicker work of this. I'm not sure.
Well, we were planning for 6 months, so if that's what it takes to be safe, we should take it
Like
slow.
one day at a time.
Also,
Or as safe as we can be.
for anybody just like in-depthly check at the map, give me an investigation check.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Nice. 23 with 23, Joe.
17.
Okay.
And the Vox Machina die fails me.
Oh.
Mine's
What about
so
Gaji?
bad.
What'd you get?
Holy
Did you roll?
crap.
It was a
Oh,
perception.
that was the wrong one. That's
Investigation.
Investigation.
Unless you're not, you don't have to.
That's a total of 3, but was a natural 1, so
Okay, fair enough.
I don't take it.
Alright, so, Ren, you think you know where the dragon's lair is. You think it's actually underneath the actual whole area. As in, like, it's actually under the mountain.
You see Ren doing like, it's like that meme where there's math up like up here. If they actually know the math.
And you're able to kind of like deduce based off of what you've been told, be quiet, be slow, and a form of maybe a way of communication. The fact that these creatures want to stay in the dark, and the dragon most likely in the light. You're able to deduce a couple things. One is, yes, it is underneath the mountain, more specifically, and the dragon probably has a way to mentally communicate to these creatures, since a white dragon would have to have at least some light.
Apollo, what do you know about dragons?
Well, just, basic things that you'd read in, literature. I've never read one, other than the one on the ship. He wasn't very friendly.
No, he wasn't, was he?
I don't expect this one will be either.
From what I've read, that most of them usually aren't.
Does anybody here actually have like a background in actually any kind of draconic knowledge? As far as your character? No. Okay.
I don't think so. Not, and you would know if I did.
I'm sure I have heard stories, but no more than.
Okay. Yeah, this wouldn't be like the standard story that you guys that would like. Oh, we've heard this kind of stuff. That makes sense. Like, you wouldn't really have much to go on for this.
Like, I'm sure Dira has no idea what it means that it's white or whatever.
No.
Well, I guess we'll find out. Or if we're lucky, we won't.
I prefer that option if we got a choice.
Let's try not to.
You're here.
So yes, fire and radiant damage and light and flame can help to keep that acrid away. Or if we can manage to slay it, it might not be a problem. But the issue with slaying it is, if we deprive the dragon of its food source, it may become a thorn in the side of everyone on this island. Not just the people who manage to stray too far into its path. So, unless you're up for killing a dragon, I think we might want to let that thing live.
I'm sure we can knock it out or something.
We might be able to, but
Ain't
as
sure I
I
want to
said,
take those odds.
if it dies, the dragon becomes hungry. And if it becomes hungry, it may no longer think that hiding is the best solution.
That's it.
Also, I think,
trapped.
yes, location, which, fortunately for us, so do we. So, should the worst come to pass and we have to interact with it, at least we can. Now, I still don't understand what he said about the human. Trust the human. It doesn't check out with any
Imagine
that we've
there'd
found.
be a human down there just there.
I highly doubt it. But stranger things have happened.
Maybe we'll find out when we get there.
Maybe.
Well, I will see if I can figure out anything else, but I think that's a pretty good start. Now, if you don't mind me, I have to go exercise our druid. I push
I've been
my
here for
chair
like
back.
10 minutes.
Like, they have been eating absent-mindedly the whole time, and they're like, Treya, are you done?
How long has Ren been here?
Like, 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like Trey just got
It's fine.
just. I'm all set. I'm all good.
So much for a family dinner.
We're gonna have plenty of time in each other's pockets.
You're like that emo teenager in the family. We're gonna
Me?
eat for dinner upstairs.
I point at like other people at the table, specifically got you in Apollo, and I'm like, "Are you sure?"
What's emo? Is that some kind of bird?
No,
Hey,
my
they've
name
been
It's a
here.
little smaller than
is a
sausage.
bird.
Um,
My name is also a bird, but a much different kind.
Alright.
I'm sorry, if I do not let her go outside, she will do it without me, and then we will be in a much worse place.
It's gonna be her last chance. Let her have it.
Did you just say go exercise your druid?
Yes.
Yes, she did.
Because Treya needs some exercise.
Alright.
It's just weird
Well,
saying that as
she needs a good-
druid.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, she needs a good run in the pasture.
Okay.
Leans over the guy. Is this like a druid thing?
No.
You have to think of that.
No.
Nah.
No. No.
He's just very befuddled by the whole thing, I think.
As Ren leaves, they go, "Come on, Treya," and they cast message, and they don't even look back, and they cast it at Apollo, and they just say, "You know I'm shit at this, but whatever you have going on, it's fine. If you want to talk to someone about it, let me know. Otherwise, I can pretend that it never happened. It's up to you." And I just keep going.
no response.
Good night.
Bye.
Hi.
Ren looks at Treya and goes, "You want to race?"
Yeah.
They're gonna use key points to step of the wind
Okay.
and race her.
Okay. She's gonna turn into a wolf. And she's gonna start running.
And then there were 5. The count.
All right. So while they are running around, is anything the rest of you about to do?
Well, I just bought this whole pitcher of ale, so
Stephania's actually going to drink it in like a little crisis of what the hell have we gotten ourselves into?
More
slides in the
PTSD,
middle of
please.
the table to like anyone else.
Gaiju
course.
stares at it for a long moment.
I just I didn't even think about
The
this.
more
Till,
it goes around, the less one person has.
you guys should just
It's
unleash
not
Apollo into the caverns. They don't like fire. Let Apollo go. Fireball everywhere.
Maybe not to.
Nothing terrible is gonna happen. Don't worry.
Not at all.
He's now got to taste her fire.
Get down.
D&D pets.
Just knock down half the stuff off my counter.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. I have
Mama,
something.
you are not
for
paying attention
after
to
we
me.
leave.
Mama. So do I. But not while we're here.
For Dahlia's sake, I will have a tiny glass of ale.
Okay.
She just wants to make sure she hasn't like permanently ruined your alcoholic experience.
And make a Constitution saving throw. No.
Oh no!
No.
I'm doing this.
Apollo will
He
grab
does
one.
not want to
Okay.
wake up puking.
First day on
She
your
literally-
adventure, trying to be quiet, you're all having a hangover. Oh, shut up!
Yeah.
Shut up!
Literally will watch him take a sip and be like, I have less restoration, just about it.
Okay. So you'll get your drink on.
What's your drink?
And talk about anything but what is ahead. Or anything but what is heavy, anything but what is worrying us. Just, I'm not sure what that leaves actually, but
So the sky is
0.
blue.
well, right. I don't know. Right now, it's it's still pretty blue.
I wouldn't be
Stars
able
are
to tell
coming
you.
out.
I can't stare at it.
0.
It's getting dark. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite memory with your brother?
Oh gosh. How do you pick? He's character.
Yeah.
All right. There's this one time. He had. I don't even know where he looked, but I don't even think it was in common. It didn't make no kind of sense. And he was standing up on this rock, just at the top of his lungs, reading what was in it. I don't think he understood it either. And all the little kids came and gathered around. Their eyes were so big. And then he had learned this one trick. He learns. I don't know where he learned it, but it made this just little pop on the ground. And he looked at them all, and he said, "You do what your mom and daddy tell you, or pop!" And they all just ran. He thought about things his own way.
Your brother sounds like a character. For sure.
He sounds
He is
fun.
that.
Be
He is
specific.
that.
He's a non-playable character, but yes.
Hey.
He is that. I don't know. He always wanted to go somewhere and study, and now he gets to. So don't really know where that is, but
I was about to ask you. Don't know?
I don't really know. I'm not sure if I don't know if mom and daddy know, but he checks in with them now and again.
Have you ever checked in with him?
He ain't called me.
Well, if you ever want to, I can see what I can do to help.
And now that you mention what you said the other day about leaving mom and daddy behind, you're worried about your daddy. Maybe I should tell mama. She can take care of herself, but let her know what we're going into.
I could help.
Do that. She's used to it apparently.
Just let me know what to say.
I don't know. I'll think about it before we go to bed tonight. If you got the juice.
Yes, I have plenty of juice now, so
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
take it.
Seems like it was a bit of a time.
Yeah, it was an interesting temple. And yeah, it's interesting.
Is it different? Does it feel different?
Yeah. It's like a Koku, but different. I don't know how to explain it other than that. It's more strict, but it's less strict. It's straightforward, which is what I thought she was, because the Koku doesn't have to think that way. And then
Yeah.
it's
That's
different
something
than
that's in
last-
short supply, so good to hear.
Hopefully, third time's the charm. That was
Let's hope.
She started nervously laughing. Just totally laughs into the drink.
Third time's the charm.
Are you
If
crying?
only,
No,
if only
I'm
we
fine.
knew what happened in another 30 years.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, right?
I certainly have not kept up on that.
I have
Certainly
no, I have no recollection of the action at hand.
We have no way of knowing. It's just a mystery.
It's just
It
a
is.
mystery.
The future is unknown.
Except
What
for
will be, will
Wednesday
be.
night or Thursday.
Tune in on the other days of
Yeah.
Nerdy Playbook if you want to know what really happened to Dahlia.
Right.
Spoilers. It's bad.
Like real bad.
Like real bad.
not over yet! Stop talking like I'm dead!
Sometimes I can still hear her voice.
I'm not dead yet.
It's almost
I
like she's
feel
still
happy.
around somewhere.
Anyway. So anything else we want to talk about at dinner?
Other than small talk, I'm actually gonna think about it.
I think with the family talk, Apollo stands up, takes just like a quick swig, puts his drink down, like, I'm feeling pretty tired still. I'm gonna go to bed, and he'll kind of like good night and like start walking out.
Does he like
Check-
wait to
Check
say?
on those strings on the cot. Make sure they're tight.
Just kind of as he's walking out.
I'm telling you guys, he's not just tired. Something's up.
Think about what happened when we left. I don't think
What?
that's happened to him a lot.
I'm worried about him.
As much as I want him to be okay, he won't talk about it. And then we're about to go on this mission, and he could be put in a position where he has to do things to more people. I mean, just need to know you think
I think he knows.
he'll be
that.
okay.
I don't think he'll know until that happens.
Wouldn't it make sense to try to mentally prepare him?
Well, there's
As
only so much we
harsh
can
as
do.
it is.
He knows we're here.
Mhm.
He knows we'll be with him.
I think
He's not-
Apollo just needs time.
Just know he's not used to leaning on people either. I know he can't.
Well, we just gotta be careful about how we lean on him. He'll be alright. Find a way. We'll be there when he's ready.
You can tell she looks troubled, but she doesn't push it anymore.
Can't always solve things right away. Especially people.
No, but I feel obligated.
It's fair.
She's gonna keep drinking until this pitcher's gone, so I don't know who's pitching in
I'm
here,
helping.
but we paid good money on this
Spread it-
baby.
Spread it around. Spread it around. We don't need anybody with a hangover tomorrow.
Okay, my singular cup. And then I'm actually gonna dismiss myself after a bit.
Okay.
I'll see you later, ladies. I need some fresh air for a bit.
I think we should all get that while we can.
Okay. Yeah.
And our last good night's sleep for a while. At least the last warm-ish one.
Ugh, don't want to think about that
Yeah.
yet.
I miss Sorgaria. I miss the beach. It was so nice the 2 days it was there.
Yeah. Well,
Not being frozen sounds good.
it does
Just ready
indeed.
to get in and get out.
Yep.
I want to go anywhere but this is over.
Do this as clean as we can. Find us some warmer place to be.
I think she'll probably finish her drink, and she's a group person, so if everyone else dismisses at the same time, she'll wait. But
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting to go with her, and we're gonna figure out the
I'll walk
sending.
with you guys.
Joe, is there... I know we're kind of like in the valley of the mountains. Is there like a place near the edge of the camp to like kind of go to, or like near the wilderness?
I mean, while staying within the like the guild borders,
Kind of, yeah. I mean,
there's really no wilderness within that area. The wilderness kind of like stops at the mountain line. You can kind of like go with, I mean, you can kind of go like against the mountain, or maybe go up the mountain if you want to, but there's really no wilderness within the crevice that they have made their home in right now.
Sorry, my dog's being an idiot. I think Gaiju is going to go up the mountain a little bit, and once he reaches a decent distance, he's going to actually pull out the medallion for the Council of Nine. And if there's like a part of like the ridge of the mountain that is facing away from the camp, he's gonna like go stand on that and kind of look at the medallion for a moment.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what to say. This is to a better future. And he's just gonna chuck it as far as it will go.
Okay. Just curious, so like, almost describing exactly what kind of mountain you want to go. That kind of be like we're both, Zira and Treya went. So if you want to go up like that one, that's like almost like exactly how you described.
Okay.
But yeah, you chuck the medallion. Is this the
somewhere
medallion?
where it's not likely going to be found.
Okay.
You hear in the distance, ow!
Son of a bitch! Ah! Why would you throw that there? Ah! Okay, so after you throw it, what do you do?
I'll kind of look around, and head back to the camp.
I need you to give me a perception check.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Fans, everyone. Get your fan.
That is a 6.
Okay. You do not see it. You don't notice it. But just like before, you start to get a slight of a feeling that you get as fate has changed. But this time it's the exact same images as before. You see the stone structure. You see more of a in-depth person, but still in a second of the person. You can now see it's a male. But that's pretty much it. And then all of a sudden you just feel a calling to you. Something pulling to you within the spot that you're standing. Almost as if your eyes change the way they see things. You see a path made of purple, tiny luminescent stones. Heading within this mountain, and all you see is a circular structure of 10 oddly shaped stones, about 4 to 6 feet in height around the circle. And that's where we're going to end it for the night.
Damn you!
I was afraid you were never going to get to that point, like, oh, well, this is going to be wasted up potential. Alright, cool. Glad you did that.
Oh my god! Ah.
So, that's where we'll leave it off for the night. We had a good session, guys. I appreciate everyone for jumping in. We had a good chat. Thank you, everybody, for the follows. Thank you for the raid, the chats. We love you guys all. This was awesome. This is a very good stream. If you guys are in your way of Bristol this weekend, stop in, check out our Lady Angel of Azeroth to check her out. She will we'll all be there to check her out, so you know.
Some of y'all will be there, you know?
Yeah.
She puts the ass in cuirass.
Yeah!
Also, do not forget to donate to Wounded Warrior Project. For some reason, our stream is not showing the full amount. We got some in there right now. I did go up here, so in case you guys are curious, what you actually can get as reward. If you throw some money in there, good job. High five. If you throw about a good $100 in there, you can choose a player, and they will get a legendary item of your choice.
Holy crap!
If you throw $200 in there, you can ask this DM any question about any NPC out of any campaign that I've made. I will give you the answer.
Whoa.
So, if you want
gotta
to
go to
know
the
the
ATM,
deets
guys.
and you got some money and you want to put it to a good cause, couple birds, a stone. So
Burning questions about Silic. Now's the time to ask.
right.
Is he really as sus as you think? Find out.
So
Tune in next time.
Is he ever gonna sing Under the Sea? Find out.
so thank you for checking out the campaign. We have Echoes of Bahamut tomorrow, so if you want to see what happens after the big huge battle and with Cacopial, that's gonna be a good one. So check that out tomorrow. With that being said, everybody have a fantastic week, and we'll see you later.
Good night.